Welcome back to Media Dialogues with Storyboard18. I'm Delshad Irani, and today I'm in conversation with Duroflex's Managing Director and Sleep Evangelist Mathew Chandy and Group CEO Sridhar Balakrishnan, who are sharing their plans for the company and how they plan to leverage India's growing sleep economy. You had Alia Bhatt not too long ago as a brand ambassador, and then you had the campaign with Virat Kohli, which fared well for the brand. It was part of sort of the World Cup package. Tell me what were some of the sort of measures of success for you for that campaign, and also just dial back a little bit and tell me how it happened.
Sure.
What was the rationale behind bringing Virat on board?
So Virat has been in the Duroflex family for about 5 years now, actually, because we started 5 years ago. We realized the category it needed a lot more excitement and glamour. So we sponsored RCB. So Virat has we're proud to have had Virat on our mattresses for 5 years, but I think. And then we went down the route of also trying to attract a younger, slightly more feminine audience when we went with Alia, who's young and fearless and needs her beauty sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last year, we felt the need to come back to our roots of talking about sleep and health and fitness, and I think we couldn't find a better ambassador for this entire fitness and health regime than Virat. So we went back to Virat, and it's been a magical 6 months. I think it peaked during the World Cup, where I think we can all be proud of the way the Indian cricket team performed, and especially the way Virat performed. And somewhere after the second match, when Virat scored his first century, we got a call at 5:55 a.m. Sandeep took that call, and we were told that Virat's not able to sleep in the hotel mattresses, and we were asked to deliver Duroflex Back Magic mattresses to every location for every cricket match. And I mean, this was real. This was not something which we created. So I think the association has been strong. It's been very meaningful.
And that's the almost honest kind of endorsement that you can get for your product,
yeah,
right?
It was a real endorsement. It was a genuine, real endorsement. A lot of people thought it was something which we engineered. We didn't engineer it. It was very real. Of course, we marketed it well after that.
Yeah, you have to leverage something like that, right? You don't just let that go.
You don't let it go. No, you don't let anything go. So within a week we had about 25 million views and 3 million likes. So it really gained traction, and it was a very credible, meaningful campaign for us, and something we'll do for the next 3 years.
But also when it comes to sort of some of the other consumer groups that you are targeting, I know that there is work that you all do specifically with communities of mothers, for instance, and you all had this campaign on lullabies, ancient lullabies. Tell me a little bit about that and how those as well fare for you, because I see an interesting play between sort of, large big sports celebrity-led campaigns, then you have your digital activations. What's the mix like, and what are you currently spending in terms of your media spends?
So I think Sounds of Sleep was one of the most fun campaigns that we did. It was born out of an insight. We've been studying sleep patterns through the life cycle of an individual, and we discovered that young parents are the most sleep deprived people. Yeah, so especially young mothers are extremely sleep deprived, and sleep is very important for the infant, because that's when they consolidate everything that they've learned through their day. So infants actually sleep for 18 hours, and that's when they remember everything that they
Lucky them.
Yeah. So we also found that there are some very magical lullabies from every corner of India. Maharashtra, Marathi lullabies, Bengali lullabies, Punjabi lullabies, Telugu lullabies, which are almost forgotten. But there was this very meaningful tradition of mothers, grandmothers, even fathers singing lullabies to their kids while they fell asleep, and they drifted into this magical sleep. So we went around, bringing back these lullabies, getting young very talented musicians to sing them. We did a partnership with YouTube and with Sony 2 years in a row. So we launched this 2 years in a row over the World Sleep Day. And I think each of those lullabies, we had 25 million views every year. And I think now we've lost track of how many views they have because they've gone onto the streaming platforms and they just streamed every day,
Right.
every night rather. Yeah, so we moved away from celebrities, we moved into music and entertainment and sleep. And we have a property called Sounds of Sleep, which I hope will survive way beyond any celebrity ever will. So I think digital partnerships and entertainment really.
What sort of key learnings have you brought here from there in terms of where you want to take the brands now? And tell me, like in terms of the category also, what were some of the things that sort of, stood out for you when you came on board as the group CEO of Duroflex?
The radical shift in the consumer mindset, I think two shifts. One is across categories. One, I think we are experiencing and seeing a shift in terms of consumers moving from the unbranded to the branded space. And that's happening, it's ubiquitous. I mean, it's at different rates, but it's certainly happening across categories. Second is the overall relevance of sleep in the health of an individual. I think this is let's put it this way, the awareness has gone up dramatically, and this is something which is really going to grow really, really fast in coming times. So I strongly feel that this category in particular is poised for explosive growth in coming times. So one is the overall category would grow, and second is we see a shift happening from the unorganized to the organized. So that's the piece. And I think in terms of opportunity, I think as we just called out in our conversation a while back, I think both the brands have a long way to go in terms of addressing completely different consumer types. I think there's a lot that can be done in terms of sharpening our channel strategy also across the country. And I think if we have to grow from where we are to 10 times the size in the next 10 years, we've got to do a lot of work in terms of building capability in the system, whether it's in terms of talent, processes, systems, the overall digital landscape, etc. And I think in terms, from an immediate term standpoint, readying the organization for the IPO, I think these are areas which are important. I think the fact that after having spent time in Marico, I've worked in Star, and I've also run ACC, which is a listed enterprise. And somewhere I feel those learnings would certainly help us in listing and running Duroflex later as a listed enterprise.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Mathew, Sridhar. It was lovely chatting with you, of course, and so much excitement in the sleep category, right? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us on the show.
Thank you so much.